Hello and welcome. Chris from Missouri here, bringing you another video about vintage baseball cards. On my last episode that I did, I told you a story that I labeled it the State Fair Find, and it's basically went to buy 92 basketballs, or went to buy 80 basketballs, wound up with 92 of them, and also a really neat collection from a guy that probably collected like I did. He played with his cards, but he went after rookie cards and different things like that, sort of like what I do. And I showed a video of 27 of the better of the cards, and today I'm going to show you a video of what should be 13 cards. But I wanted to do a follow up on the story just to let you in on something. On the way home with these 92 basketballs that I got that were autographed and had some certificate of authenticities, I was worried about how I was going to move them, and because I didn't have room for them, didn't have room to store them. So I called a friend of mine who I'd talked to earlier before going about the possibility this might happen, and see if he'd like to go in half on the basketballs with me. And he said he would. And so that meant I had a really good place to store them. And he got some help from his sons, help carrying them up the stairs and putting them in a place, getting them organized, that kind of stuff. And his son's name is Lane, and Lane is an 11-year-old going on 25. He's a pretty good kid, and he collects baseball cards as well. And he doesn't. He doesn't. I don't think he collects basketball memorabilia, but I'm not for sure. But he knows his stuff. For an 11-year-old, he knows his stuff. And for him doing that, I had him set up at a card show with me, with the basketballs. We only took 25 basketballs with us, and we set up, Lane and I, and our friend Bill and Mauricio. Mauricio sits up with me all the time. He sits there while I go and browse and look around and try to find more cards, and we just have a pretty good time at the shows. But anyway, Lane brought some of his own stuff, and he took up maybe half a table, and brought a box of cards, and he laid some singles out, and it was really neat watching him interact with other kids similar to his age. And he sold some cards there, and I know he spent more than he sold, but that's why he brought those cards, so he could upgrade, sort of like what I do. But the hobby is not dying. It's If we can keep getting kids involved. Lane Lane collects a little bit of vintage too. I know he's picked up a '59 mantle in the past, but I was watching him make a deal with another kid, and they're about the same age. And afterwards, there was a fist bump and a handshake, and then I was making a deal with another little kid, and Lane was there and congratulated the kid on the card, and the kid seemed to feel better since somebody his age or just a little bit older said, "Hey, you got a good card there." And but anyway, I kind of wanted to tell that story, and I'll show some cards now, and I have some more cards coming back from this so-called State Fair find. I'm kind of going backwards, and from the last episode, they were the better of the cards. Now there's some pretty good cards here. I'm not going to cry about these, but the ones that are off now that's being graded are some newer rookies, like what I call newer rookies. There's a few George Brett rookies. There's a few Ricky Henderson. There's a few. There's a Robin Yount. There's just various kinds, and they're a little bit newer. And so these are kind of the mid cards that I would say out of that group. But man, I was really excited about it, and excited about these cards. So I'm going to show you some cards. And first of all, if you look in front of me, there's three cards. There's a '73 Mike Schmidt. There's a '51 rookie Whitey Ford, and a '67 Rod Carew. And I really wanted that Whitey Ford to be graded, but they didn't. They did not encase these. Even though I put a note on there to say if they're authentic, please go ahead and put them in a case, but they did not. The Schmidt came back miscut, the Ford came back altered, and the Carew came back minimum size. And we all hate getting these back from PSA in this thing. It's a waste of money and a waste of time, but maybe I'm going to send these off to SGC and see about they getting encased. Okay, so the first card I want to show you is a rookie card, not a Hall of Famer, but really like this card. It's a low grade. It says it's marked on there. I haven't checked it really close to see where, but 1970 Topps Thurman Munson. Now this is not a rookie card. I just showed you his rookie card, but it's one of his better cards, and I really like this. This is one of my favorite cards. I'm a catcher at heart, and I like pictures of catchers on cards, and that card is maybe my second favorite catcher card. My 76 Johnny Bench in his pose and his card is my favorite card, or one of. Speaking of Johnny Bench, 68 rookie in a really low grade. I collect Johnny Bench stuff, and I have too many of his rookie cards, but he's my favorite player growing up. It's a 1.5, but it's a keeper. Next card, 1965 Joe Morgan rookie. This guy really went after rookie cards. 1962 Lou Brock rookie in a 3. I have one in a 4, so this probably won't take its place. I'm gonna take each card that I have and put next to them, and I'm gonna take the card, keep the card in my PC that looks the best, that I like the best. I don't want to get to where I'm collecting the slabs. I want my cards slabbed, but I want to get the best looking card. I really like this card. I have it also in a little bit higher grade, but this one looks real pretty. This is a 57 Don Drysdale rookie card. I got the next one too, but I just recently picked it up. I haven't had it a long time, but it's the same grade as this card here. And this is a Roger Maris rookie card. It's one of the most valuable cards in that 58 set, and maybe not in that lower grade like that is, but it's a nice looking card anyway. 1955 Harmon Killebrew rookie card. Just looks real pretty, real bright. Only a couple more cards left. I really like this card. I have one as well, but this is a Roy Campanella rookie card. I've told you before, this is my dad's favorite player. I'm going to work on the Roy Campanella run. I'm working on the Roy Campanella run. It's not that difficult because he didn't play so many years, but there's a few cards that I do not have. And then last but not least, Roger Hornsby, 1933 Gowdy. He's got another card in that set, but here it is. So listen, I don't believe the hobby is dying. There's some influencers on here that I don't pay attention to it. They're not influencing me, and they're telling how card shows are down and the hobby's going down. Well, I don't believe vintage. There's always vintage is going to be hanging around. It's going to be the last one to leave, and I like to see somebody like Lane, who's that 11, almost 12-year-old kid collecting vintage, because eventually, if you have a favorite player and he's playing now, you're going to start collecting old stuff because your favorite player is getting older, and I just think the hobby is strong, especially in a vintage spot. It might be getting back to where it should be. But guys, thank you for watching my video. And remember, it's only a hobby. Collect what you like.